baby. No fake accounts like KD. Doing the shit that I want to. Nobody I'll ever run to. Every time I come through. Take shots, but I'm gun proof. Know that I'm shooting right back. Killing them when I be dropping the track. Killing them and they be bringing it back. Killing them so I be wearing all black. Always been ready. This ain't a game, no confetti. I got my aim and I'm steady. I got the tools like get it.
What is going on, guys? So in today's video, we're gonna be wiring up some Vtec. So I got a little spool of wire. That's pretty much all I'm gonna need. I don't need the pressure switch because I always have that deleted out with the chip ECU. So if you do have to run the pressure switch, then that's an extra 2 wires, which you really just gotta ground it somewhere on the side of the block, and then run your other wire to the D7 pin out on your ECU. But today my focus is just the Vtec solenoid, just running it inside and getting that wired to A4, pin out A4 on the ECU, and that's all it's going to be looking for. Plus my pressure switch is actually broke on this engine anyway, but we don't need it. I don't run it on any, well, all the JDM engines don't even have it anyway, so I'm gonna just delete that out and just let that stay in there just as a little plug. But yeah, first things first, I'm gonna just go ahead and run me a string of that wire from the bay into the car. So basically I'm gonna just measure me out a little piece of this and run it from the exterior right here into the car. So I'll go ahead and do that right quick. Okay guys, so here inside the car, I pulled up this really simple diagram here on Google, and as you can see, A4 is the Vtec solenoid, and which on this car being a CB7, if you look here, this is the plug A, and so just to verify that this is plug A, you see that brown wire, the first one, and then you see that yellow wire, the second one, and then you see that red wire, that's the third one. If you look on this diagram here, but yeah, if you look on this diagram, you can see that, well, you can't really see, but you see injector 1 is brown, injector 2 is yellow, injector 4 is yellow, which is pin 2, pin 3 is injector 2, which is red, and we have all 3 of those colors here right at the start. So you have the brown first, that's 1, 2 is the yellow, 3 is the red, and then 4, which is pin 4, is the Vtec solenoid, which this camera's not liking this fuck, but you see Vtec solenoid, and it should be an orange wire, but we don't even have it. What we'll have to do here is just get a pin from just any wire harness that I have laying around that's the same size, and I'll just slide that into here, and then we'll wire it straight to this wire, which goes out into the engine bay, and from there we can just wire it to the Vtec solenoid, and just like that the ECU will know, hey, let's pop Vtec on and take the fuck off. So I'm gonna look around over here on this other wire harness and see if I can get one of the pins out of that, and we can pin it right into this clip here, and that'll leave a little wire poking out, and then we can just wire this straight to it, and that'll be it for the inside. Okay guys, so the only 2 wire harness that I have here at the shop, neither have the end that goes to the ECU. So with that being said, we're gonna have to just pretend like we actually wired this in, but you get what I'm talking about. So all you'll need is a pin to slide right into this empty hole. If you don't have Vtec, obviously your harness won't have, you know, a space for this, but obviously you won't have a wire coming out. See, if you had a wire coming out, you could just cut the wire and splice into that with this, and you'd be good to go. But since we have no Vtec, it's just an open space, so we'll just have to get a plug off the one. I got another harness at the house, at my parents' house, and I will be going down there this week, and I can just rob a pin out of that one, and I'll show that in another video. But for now, let's just pretend that we pin this part to A4, which is that spot right beside the yellow wire, and we'll go outside and tidy up the outside. So this part is pretty much the easiest part to the whole setup that you got going here. And essentially what you're gonna want is one of these, which basically if you get a USDM or if you get a JDM motor, it'll already have, most of the time they come with a factory wire harness. Just cut this out of that harness, because this is what you're gonna wanna use, because if you're like me, you'll probably end up blowing your engine up sometime or another anyway, so you don't wanna cut this off and hardwire it all the way into the inside. Then you have to undo it every time. So basically get you one of these Vtec solenoid connectors off of the harness that usually comes with your engine, and just use that. And what we're gonna do is just attach that to our wire that we ran inside the car via some soldering. And I love black tape, so you know, to each his own. But then I'm gonna tidy it up along the original harness, leaving it on the outside just in case. A lot of people like to try to wrap it, make it look like it came in the harness, but I just make it go along the harness, but not actually tie it into it in case I have to change it later. Just safety precaution. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, get the two made together and plug it in and show you pretty much how it'll look once we get this connected to that. Alright guys, so I got that pretty much wired how I want it. Now what I'm gonna do is this plug that normally goes to the box on the firewall, I'm gonna be cutting this off, and again, using the harness that comes with the engine, I'm gonna grab the pigtail for this, and we're gonna show you what colors to match up to make this plug work on there, so you don't have to have the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this pigtail off now, and we'll get the wires, the colors matched up. All I did again was I just pulled up a diagram on Google. I'll show you that in just a few minutes. Okay guys, so I took this plug, and basically what I had to work with is a, looks like a yellow with a green stripe, a green with a black stripe, and a red with a black stripe. So those are the three colors I have to work with. I do not know if I was supposed to use the blue one or the gray one, but I know the blue one plugs right up, so either way it should work. So I'm gonna do the blue one, and I know the colors are probably not gonna match up the best, but if I have to, I'll play around with them until it's right. But I'm gonna look and see right now if I can find a diagram that uses these colors. I already cut the other end of the harness too, so these three wires are what ran that box. I just gotta figure out exactly what color goes with what wire, so I'll have it hooked up right. But again, if it's wrong, then we'll know, because it's gonna not run right, and then we'll know to switch some stuff out. But I'm gonna look on Google right quick and see if I can find some that match with these three colors. In the diagram I did find my colors line up pretty decently. The only thing is the stripes are a little different, but like I said, I'm gonna just go with it and see what happens. If I'm wrong, I will tell y'all I was wrong, but pretty much everything lines up. It says the green goes with the white and blue. I got the green wire here going with the white and blue on the Accord harness. Then it says the red goes with the blue and white. So I got the red wire right here, which is not focusing, going with the blue wire with the white on that side. And then it says the yellow goes with the red and white. And then there's the yellow right there, and that goes over to the red and white right there. So essentially it should work. It's just the stripes on this one is a little different, but I'm guessing that's different upon the year, I guess, or something like that. But again, we can always go back, if that happens to be the issue, we can always go back and play with these some more. It's right here on top, so no big deal. But for now, I'm gonna say this should be, I'm about 85 to 90% sure that's how this should work. But yeah, in any case, I would say that's about where we're gonna end it at for this video. I don't wanna do too much rambling because this is supposed to help anybody that might be trying to wire Vtec for their car. Again, I did not use the pressure switch, so if you do, then it's an extra wire, basically one wire. It's 2 wires, but the ground don't even count. You just run it down here to any 10 mil bolt you can find on the engine somewhere and ground it to that. No big deal there, but then there's one that goes to, I believe, pin D7 inside the car. Same process, just a different pin out. And again, I will show y'all once we get that wire harness from my parents' house. I will show y'all how I pinned it to make that a complete connection. But before I end this video out, I'm gonna show y'all the valve cover, because it's sitting over here looking pretty damn beautiful, if I do say so myself. Look at that gloss. Damn it, boy. Damn. That shit is icy. That shit is wet right there, man. The color is actually a little bit weird. I did not know it was gonna be this color red. I thought it would be more of a vibrant red, but I think this is gonna go pretty decently with the engine bay. So I'm gonna wait to see if I have to change it later, then I will. But for now, I'm gonna go with it. I think it'll look pretty damn good, honestly. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for this video. Hope y'all did learn something. This is my first car wiring Vtec, so it really seems like it should be more complicated than it is. Like, it's literally like one wire. Like, if you ever done systems and stuff and you ran remote wires and stuff, it's basically like that, just putting it into a pin slot on the ECU. So hopefully it really is that simple. But if you learned anything, make sure y'all smack the like button. If you're enjoying the CB7 content, make sure you smack the like button. Today I ordered the ECU, so that should be here hopefully, fingers crossed, by Friday or Saturday at the latest. And if that happens, and I still cannot fucking get a distributor. I haven't heard back from my boy Cam yet, so I don't know if I'm still gonna get that one or not. Another guy had one for sale for 40 bucks, but he wasn't sure if it worked, and he's not really that close. So I was hoping I could get it like without having to wait for it in the mail, but we'll keep looking. I am going in the house right now. I counted the pins on my trap car distributor. It's an 8-pin, so I'm gonna just go ahead and order an 8-pin OBD2 conversion harness so I can convert this with the 2 plugs on the back. Show you real quick. But this one has these 2 plugs, and I need the little harness that plugs into these and makes the one for 8-pin, so that I can plug up a OBD2 distributor in here, and that should register the crank position that's over there into here, and we should be able to start this thing. So yeah, without any further dragging on, I will see y'all in the next one. As always, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and remember, respect all bills. Peace out.